and gentlemen, I have the privilege, the honor to bring to you something special tonight. It's my honor to introduce. Come on.
93, a seed was planted in me. From then on, all I could do was say,
Come on.
now it's time for the world to hear me.
Get your hands up.
The message of love, joy, and peace I bring. I've been patiently waiting on my chance to blow.
On my chance to blow.
Think it's about time that I let
Put your
you
hands
know.
up. Put your hands up.
Truth about my God and the love He shows. The secrets to life I know so. Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
I introduce to you.
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Get your hands up.
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Mike McClure. Come on.
2003, a word was spoken to me. That I would sing in the presence of kings. Then the world see the God in me.
And me.
Then they'll love me for me. I've been patiently waiting on my chance to blow.
Walk side to side.
Think it's about time that I let you know.
Put your hands up.
Truth about my God and the love He shows.
Come on.
Secrets to life I know so. Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the McCLURE Show. Man, what's up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening. I'm hoping this is already a super Sunday for you. I'm hoping you're having a very great time already, that the presence of the Lord is all over your life. I'm hoping you're feeling the power of God all the way down in your shando. But man, I'm so excited this evening, man. Listen, I believe tonight I have back with me for the second time, quite possibly one of the most popular guests I've had since I started doing these talk shows on Sunday evening. Many of you guys have contacted me on several occasions and asked, when is she coming back? When is she coming back? I said, who? The doctor, the sister. I'm like, man, I'm trying to get her, but she's worldwide, you know? She's all over the globe. She's a globe trotter. She's everywhere. Hey, man, but I finally booked her down, locked her down. I flew her in. I think she was somewhere in the United Kingdom of God. She was somewhere at large in the United Kingdom of God, but she's with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready again, for the doc is in the house. Hey, my sister, how are you?
Hey, Pastor McClure, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well, man. It's so good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too. Congratulations on all the success for your son and your family and your wife. I know you guys are so excited. I'm proud for you guys.
Man, it's an amazing journey to see. Number one, let's start with Mike himself, Pastor Mike, to see all the work of his labor beginning to pay off.
Right.
And then it's doubly delicious for Angela and I, because since he and his brother and sister were small children, these are the prayers we pray for all of them, that they would be having these type of things. I mean, it's almost like, I promise you, our marriage and family is almost like we're seeing a script played out. Because we've been together. I think she started being sweet on me around 12, 13, you know. So yeah, you know, she saw me in, them biceps, that 6, maybe a 3.5 pack,
Right.
But I really thank God for him, man. But thank you. We're having a great time. He's up for a Dove Award now.
I saw that today. Amazing.
I'm looking. I don't know. I might be prophesying right here, but I think I want to go ahead and speak some Grammys on the Fireplace Manor.
Yeah, by all means.
Wouldn't that be amazing for our city?
It would be amazing. I pray it come true for you and for
Thank
him
you
and
so
your
much.
family.
So I owe you an apology. I don't know if you even saw it. I posted somewhere. Um, I posted somewhere. Um, your full name is Dr. Celeste Willis.
Yes.
Okay, somewhere I posted only Dr. Celeste.
Oh, no, that's fine.
How,
I've branded myself that way.
say it again.
I've branded myself that way anyway, just Dr. Celeste.
Okay, so I think I saw it so many times, then I did it. Okay, well, great. So I'm not in too bad
No, not
shape,
at
huh?
all. Not at all. Not at all.
So how things going? You staying busy?
Oh, yes. We're staying very, very busy. Very, very busy. The numbers, as far as the number of cases, a lot of people are starting to see those numbers going down. And that's a good thing, but just everyone should keep in mind that a lot of the standards for testing and a lot of the recommendations per testing changed. And so that also takes a part in it being less number of less number of positives that we're seeing, like the numbers are going down. We're testing less people. Yeah.
Are you still working like in an independent on your own?
I am.
How are you enjoying that?
I enjoy it very much. To go from having worked for so long in urgent care to actually owning my own business has been very gratifying, especially being able to serve in the capacity that I have been able to in the last 3 or 4 months during the pandemic.
Okay, these are some questions I want to throw at you real quick. That's for my people. They more for information, okay?
Okay, sure.
Angela and I both, and we're grateful. We're grateful. We will bombard it with these questions after your last appearance.
Okay.
Do you take on clientele, patients?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay. Then number one, I gotta make sure tonight, and I hope I'm doing right. I want to know how I could connect people to you and you to people that are interested in being connected to you.
Okay, sure. Easily, they can call my practice line at 205
Wait. Well, I'm a right man.
I'll send. Do you want me to just email it to you? I can do that.
Do that, or do something. Email it to me.
So either they can get in touch with us at our practice line. We will start seeing patients at the end of next month for regular visits. We will continue to go on and do COVID testing as well, and of course we do telemedicine. That's the foundation of my business is telemedicine.
So before we're ended, send me that information.
Okay, I will.
So I can get it posted because I mean the calls after your last visit, and we were I was excited because I really consider myself a divine plug. I really mean that. I like connecting the people of God with the people of God.
Okay, amen.
And then I like to keep, quite frankly and honestly, I try my best to keep our green back in our hood for a while.
Right, I understand.
Let it make a couple circumlocutions right here in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, I understand exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So how's the mister these days?
Oh, he's doing well. He's working in manufacturing. He's worked through the pandemic as I have. So we have a very busy, it's always a lot going on here.
Wow. That is a good thing. So you said the numbers are going down. Are you suggesting those numbers are false?
No. I'm not saying that. It's not that they're false, but when they changed the guidelines that they changed in relation to when it's okay for you to go back to work, people that are asymptomatic don't have to be retested. They're saying that you can go back to work after 10 days as long as you remain asymptomatic the entire time. And that means no headache, fever, muscle aches, nausea, fever, cough, no diarrhea, almost like literally nothing, no fatigue, no nothing. So when they changed those guidelines, a lot of people that had to have a test before didn't have to have one. And so some of the numbers are going down for that reason. The most important reason I think that they're going down is because of the mask ordinance and the fact that more people are climbing on board as far as, realizing, we've got to wear this mask.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more masks than I have in a long time.
Yes.
I'm happy about that.
Right. And the thing about it is I think I want to just encourage people to make it fun. That's what I try and do.
Wow.
Try to make it as fun as you can.
Yeah. I was with my wife today and she had me in I think the store is called Home Goods. Is that a
Yes,
store?
home goods.
Okay, we're in Home Goods and we're doing some shopping around, and she's looking at not rugs. This girl is looking at carpet. I mean, she's looking at these big old, and they rolled up, and she's pulling this down. Let me look at it. So once or twice, you know, I'm on a beat Tarzan, you know, I'm popping my chest, I'm pulling the rug down, and I'm looking. About that fourth rug in, and I have this mask on. It began to get the best of me. Man, I was breathing, and I tell you what, it'll take a lot of practice, training, and getting used to wear that mask consistently and work and be busy.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Right. It is. It is, but it's definitely worth it, and it's definitely an adjustment that everyone should make at this point, because we know that we need it. And we're seeing, the thing that we're seeing most is that the situations wherein people are masked, and let's say they're at risk or around someone, that the mask goes a long way in helping to protect and prevent respiratory droplets from leaving someone who's infected and getting on to someone else and passing to someone else, rather.
Wow. So then, and okay, in that sense, those droplets are carried in the air.
Correct.
But this is not necessarily an airborne virus.
Not necessarily, no, but it is one of the ways in which it's spread. It is the primary mode of transmission.
So if I'm 6 feet or more, 8 feet, 10 feet away from someone, I'm not in danger of
you are in a lot less danger. So if someone is positive, if there is a person that is positive, especially if they're what we call a super spreader, or they're in the
say that again, a super spreader.
A super spreader. That means someone who's in the intense phase of their infection. They may be having fever, but they're just emitting a lot of virus. These are the individuals that will go to, you know, if it's one of these college parties that, you know, people are having, and or let's say that they go to, you know, anywhere where there's an enclosed space, like a bar or a club, or somewhere where it's enclosed and there's not good ventilation. And especially if that person is not wearing a mask, there's nothing to help protect the respiratory droplets from leaving that person's nose and mouth. And it's especially like that in certain situations, like noisy places like a bar or a club, because in those environments, people yell and scream a lot, right? So every time you talk, you cough, you sneeze, you release a respiratory droplet. So if you're just yelling next to the person next to you, same situation like at concerts, then they're emitting a lot of respiratory droplets. So if they have it, that increases the likelihood that the people around them can get it from them.
Wow, I got it. So at this point now, I think we're all aware that we should wear masks. We should wash our hands on a regular basis.
Right.
I was taught to wash probably up to the elbow. They really said about halfway up, but I just go to the elbow now.
Elbow is good.
Elbow, I think they said for at least 20 seconds.
Correct.
Okay, for at least 20 seconds. Social distance, at least 6 feet.
Yes.
Today being August 30th, 2020, what else should we know?
The two biggest things I think at this point that you should know is for those group of individuals that's out and they have a mask, because there's a certain way we should wear a mask, and I'm looking now to see if I have one that I can show you. There's a certain way that we should wear a mask, and there's a way that people wear it that is absolutely no good at all. If you're not wearing the mask over your nose and over your mouth, and very securely in this area over your nose and your mouth, then it's not allowing or providing for protection. Wow. There are a lot of people that will wear their mask here. So that as they talk, the respiratory droplets are just coming out of their nose. There's some people that'll even wear it down.
Wait. Oh my God. You just messed up. Respiratory droplets can ensue or come out of the nose?
Yes. They come out of the nose. They come out of the nose, out of the mouth. That's why we want both of those things covered.
I thought the nose was primarily an intake receptacle.
It is, but we blow our noses, and when we sneeze, things come out of our nose.
This is true.
If someone is having a perfect example, especially around this time of year, because ragweed is really, the count has been really high lately, and this is that time of year, in the fall. If someone is reacting to it, let's say ragweed, and they have seasonal allergies, they may have a lot more nasal drainage, etc., out of their nose. So there's going to be a lot that's there that can come out. So yes, and some people breathe in through their nose, out through the mouth, but some people breathe out both ways.
Mhm.
So yes, you can emit respiratory droplets from your nose. Absolutely.
So if you're wearing a mask, what's the proper way to sneeze?
The proper way to sneeze is don't take off the mask to sneeze, because when you do that, you're going to release respiratory droplets everywhere. The best thing to do is actually, if you have time, grab a tissue and do it into the tissue. Most people don't have time. No, you would have to take the mask. I'm saying if you have time to shift it down and use the tissue, then do that. But if you don't have time for that, it's better for you to sneeze within your mask and replace the mask. If you can't replace it, then clean it out with, a tissue or something until you can get home. Now, but as soon as you can, you're going to replace that mask or wash it.
Right. So besides those things that we all should be kind of familiar with now, what other steps do we need? What else can we do? What's new?
Okay.
What is it we're not doing that we should be doing?
Well, the biggest thing that I think that everyone should think about right now, or have a part of the conversation if they haven't already, and that is the conversation about the flu vaccine, which is a very interesting conversation. I've been in urgent care for 18 years, and so this is a conversation I have a lot with a lot of patients. And the flu vaccine is something that is trusted and proven. We've used it for years and years, and we know that it's helpful. Last year, only 45% of the people in America got a flu vaccine. That number must be higher this year, and it needs to be higher for two main reasons. Number one is to decrease the risk of the flu, and the second reason is to conserve our health resources as we go into the fall, still within this COVID pandemic. Now, we know what happens typically, or we're learning about different things that happen, or as we go, we have a typical idea, okay, this is what happens when someone gets COVID, right? Well, we kind of know, okay, when someone gets the flu, they typically follow this course. This is what typically happens. Well, we don't know. We have an idea, but we don't know what will happen if they get COVID and the flu at the same time, right? So the main thing that you have to know here is the importance of it, because it's going to help decrease the risk of flu. Now, with COVID-19, we know that the thing that we worry most about, the biggest complication we worry about, is death, right? So we're worried we don't want that to happen. People get pneumonia, people are getting acute respiratory distress syndrome, people are being put on ventilators. All of these are also the same complications that can happen in a severe case of the flu. You all may remember and recall times when we had swine flu seasons, when the flu had people dropping like flies in terms of having to take off work. It was a long course kind of treatment for the flu. It took people a long time to get over it. So just imagine both viruses at the same time in one person. The population we're the most worried about, and the flu vaccine is going to help the absolute most, is the vulnerable population, to help protect themselves. But also, all of us need to get it because we also need to help protect them and help protect ourselves.
Wow.
If I get the flu, I may not have a bad case of the flu. But let's say, it was someone, my grandmother is not living, rest her soul, but if it were my mom, who's older and has some health conditions, she won't be able to fight off the flu the same way that I will. She's also she's diabetic. And so there's a vulnerable population of people with chronic kidney disease, people with chronic lung disease, people with diabetes, people with heart disease, people with autoimmune conditions, people that are increased risk are people with liver disease, asthma, I could go on and on. But the point that I'm making here is that those individuals may not be able to fight it off the same way. If they have to if God forbid, but if they had to fight the flu and fight COVID at the same time, we don't know what that's going to be like. We already see the stress that's on our health resources right now and on the healthcare community. And a lot of physicians may or may not be telling you, but a lot of physicians are tired. A lot of physicians, are reaching a breaking point in terms of just, working, and putting themselves at risk, and people are getting sick. Do you see what I mean? So it's kind of like, if we don't, the one thing, so getting the flu vaccine, and I'm about to wrap up because I know I'm talking a long time.
No, you're doing great.
But I want to make sure. A lot of people feel like with COVID, I don't like COVID. It's, especially because it can spread and you're asymptomatic and it's such a weird virus, nothing we've seen before, and you feel helpless, right? Well, guess what? There's something everybody can do to hopefully help this be less of a bad flu/COVID epidemic season this fall, and that's getting that flu vaccine. A lot of people will tell me, oh, Dr. Celeste, I don't like the flu vaccine. It makes me sick every time. It gives me the flu. The flu vaccine gives you the flu. That is a myth. Absolutely not. It doesn't give you the flu. When you get the flu vaccine, it's typically made of 3 or 4 strains of the virus. There are 2 doses that we typically give. There's a standard dose, and then there's a special dose that we give for people that are 65 years or older. The dose for 65 years or older is a little bit stronger of a dose because we want to emit a better immune response for those individuals over the age of 65 years old. But we give you a little bit of antigen, just a little pinch of antigen, which is a protein molecule of flu, basically. Is what we're giving you, right? But we give you a teeny tiny amount, just enough to prompt a response from your immune system. It takes 2 weeks to develop antibodies. So it's not a situation. I have a lot of patients that come in, oh, my husband was just diagnosed with the flu. Can you give me something to prevent me from getting the flu? And can you give me a flu vaccine so I won't get it from him? And yes, I can give you the flu vaccine. I don't recommend giving it to you now because your husband is at home with it. We can give it to you today, but she won't have antibodies for 2 weeks. So she's still at risk for getting the flu. So the point that I'm making is that it's a conversation we need to have. We need to deal with whatever issues. Let's talk about it now. Deal with whatever issues, whatever oppositions that people have, because it's going to be so important. The CDC is going to increase the availability of the flu vaccine. They're going to be doing outreach missions to try and highlight the vulnerable or high risk population. I know that I saw a question. Someone was asking if I'll be giving the flu vaccine. We do not know yet if we'll be able to get any of the flu vaccine. We're working on that now. If I do get it, I definitely will post it all over my social media. If I don't have it, though, there are several places that you can get flu vaccines from that are reputable places. They have it at pharmacies, they have it at urgent care centers, and the standard place that you would normally get it, or from your physician or from your personal physician's office, that's a place that you want to make sure that you get the flu vaccine.
What is an NPI number? Someone said we can't sell it, but anyone with an NPI number.
Oh, you have to be a provider to have that. It's a national provider number. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Practitioner or physician.
I got you. Let's talk about Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
That is such a heartbreaking loss.
I know.
At such a young age.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Man, I actually got a call from a young man, my wife and I, who said, man, how do I break this news to my children?
I know.
And I thought, oh my God, I didn't realize it was that deep until I got that call.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about, he was only 43.
Yes, he was only 43. So we are noticing a trend in the last several years that there was actually a study done by the National Institute of Cancer talking about the fact that people that are diagnosed at a younger age are 59% more likely to have a later diagnosed stage of colorectal cancer. And the reason is they linked it to, most of the time, cancer is not on the radar of a younger person. And it happens, I see patients all the time with this, where they'll come in, oh, I had a little blood in my stool. Is it something to be concerned about? And, we go through and do the workup and do what we need to do. But there are a lot of people that are in their 30s who would not necessarily even, that wouldn't register to them. And because for so long, for colonoscopies, or when you think about screening for colon cancer, it's always been if you're 50 or older, 50 or older. So people have always thought, oh, you can't get that until you're in your 50s. And what we're seeing is people at younger and younger ages are being diagnosed with it. And when you find it, it's typically at a later stage than even people that are older than they are. So
you're suggesting that we should start getting tested earlier, at least looked at?
I'm suggesting yes. I think that you should ask the question earlier. I think that part of because if the thing about colon cancer is treatable, right? But you have to find it. And the only way you're going to find it is if you're doing the screenings, and you won't do the screenings, or you won't get a screening unless you know, okay, I need to go to my annual visit with my physician. You want to make sure. The biggest thing that I would tell your audience, the biggest thing I would tell you is make sure you know your family history. A lot of times in families, sometimes it's a hush-hush thing. And a lot of times I've seen different things. I've seen families where everything is completely open, and I've seen families where everything is very discreet. And there are people even within a household that won't know what someone else is going through. So you have a myriad, that range of things that you see within certain families. So the thing that we could do the best, and I think that we could do this in honor of the life that Mr. Chadwick Boseman led, and the inspiration and the real life hero that he was, not just, as the beloved Black Panther, which everyone loved him, but how inspiring is it that he was fighting cancer himself and trying to inspire 2 little boys who are fighting cancer all the while. You know what I mean? Because when someone is going through chemo or fighting cancer, when they get chemo on that day, they can be having vomiting, nausea, throwing up, weak, just not feeling well. And for him to be going through that and then still rehearsing his lines and getting up and going to work, because he knew what his purpose was in the work that he had to do. And even now, to know the powerful role that he played in that movie, and to know all the while that he was going through all of this, it just speaks volumes about the dynamic and iconic person that he is.
Absolutely.
And even in death, he is still inspiring us. And so in light of that, I think the thing that we could do most is bring attention and awareness to this. We're seeing colon cancer more rapidly in African-American men. And so the conversation needs to be had. You need to go find a physician that you're comfortable with, that you can have a conversation with, and find out when it is that you need to be screened. It's different depending on what your family history is. If you have go ahead.
So, and I didn't mean to cut y'all, but I got a little nervous. Okay, so my grandfather on my father's side died of cancer.
Which kind?
Colon, if I'm not mistaken.
At what age?
Well, he lived to be he was in his late 70s, early 80s.
Okay. Do you know when he was diagnosed, in his 50s, 60s, 70s?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
My father beat it twice.
So your father also had colon cancer?
Beat it twice.
Okay.
Watch this. My oldest brother, the brother just ahead of him is 3 boys. It's Fred, Rod, and Mike.
Okay.
My brother Rod beat it maybe a year or 2 ago.
Okay.
My brother Fred is just finished his last radiation treatment like last week. Then on my mother's side, her brother died of this.
Okay.
Am I on my way out of here?
So we know that only God knows that. You can talk to him about that, and he may give you that answer. But
I like you said
I'm just being honest. That's just my gut answer. You know what I mean? That's just how I shoot. But so I don't know. You have to talk to him about that. But what I will tell you, risk-wise,
I really do. I've been screened. I'm a regular. I get a regular checkup yearly.
Very good. Very good. Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
I do a major
Every year.
checkup once a year.
Okay.
But every mid-year, right around my birthday, June 13th, I get a come through talk, check out some things.
Okay.
I get that major once a year.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but it's definitely in my family.
Okay, so and I'm glad that you explained it the way that you did, because this will allow your audience to see. So you have it on your father's side and you have it on your mother's side, right?
Yeah.
So anytime you have more than one relative that is positive for colorectal cancer, you are considered high risk. And for people that are high risk, we used to start colonoscopies and screening for colon cancer at 50. The new age is 45 years old. But for people that are at higher risk, i.e. people that have, and let's go over the risk of the people that are at high risk. People that have a strong family history of colorectal cancer, people that have a strong family history of polyps. Okay, those benign growths or tumors that they sometimes will remove from a colonoscopy. People that have personal history of colorectal cancer, or people that have personal history of polyps, that puts you at increased risk for colorectal cancer. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, that puts you at increased risk. And when I say inflammatory bowel disease, I mean ulcerative colitis as well as Crohn's disease. That puts you at increased risk. And these individuals, we actually recommend 8 years after their diagnosis of ulcerative colitis or Crohn's, that's when they start their colonoscopy screenings. Wow. If you have a known family history of hereditary colorectal cancer syndromes, or if you're someone that has personal history of radiation to your abdomen or to your pelvis for a previous cancer. So let's say you had some form of cancer before and you had to have radiation, that puts you at an increased risk or high risk for colorectal cancer. And these group of high risk individuals, we're going to start screening them for colorectal cancers before they turn 45 years old. We're also going to make sure that they're screened more often, and we're going to make sure they get a specific test. So if you say, what age should I be screened at then? The one question that your physician will probably ask is, what was the youngest age of the people in your family that were positive? Wow. Did you have anyone in their 30s that was positive? Did you have anyone in their 40s that was positive? And they will start screening you typically prior to whatever that age is. So that's why I said it's important to know your family history. If you don't know it, go ahead and get it. And if you're someone that's out there that's like, that has parents, that's like, oh, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to. I encourage you to be vigilant, because at some point you may feel like, it doesn't matter, I'll take care of myself. But especially if you have children, there may come a day when you need that information. And if your parents may not be around just because they're not with you, no longer with you, that's information that you won't have that will be necessary for the kids. So I encourage you to get that information. How early they start screening you for colorectal cancer is based on what your history is.
Gotcha. What is the cause? Is there anything that they can directly say we do or associate with that causes colon cancer?
No, so cancer is caused when normal cells develop what we call an abnormal morphology or abnormal shape. They don't behave the way that they should, or they're old cells that are dying off that start to just replicate in this malforming, just malicious, evil type cell that just keeps growing itself until it forms a tumor. So there's nothing specific in that capacity. There are some genetic markers and some genetic testing that some people need. Not everyone needs it, but some people do based on what their family history is. But that is not something that will give you a lot of bang for your buck, for lack of a better word. The things that are important to help with prevention and or to talk about, okay, what are the risk factors for colorectal cancer? What are some of the things that put us at risk? So let's talk about that. First thing we're going to talk about is heavy alcohol use. Drinking, so, men having more than 2 drinks a day and women having more than 1 drink a day puts them at risk for colorectal cancer. Being obese, being overweight is a big increased risk factor for colorectal cancer. Eating a diet that is high in red meat and processed meats like hot dogs, beef, pork, lamb, liver. Those are things that can put you at an increased risk.
Did you say lamb?
Having a diet high in it. So and keep it in perspective. If you are at a birthday celebration, or if it's your birthday, or once a month you want to have lamb, that's one thing. We're talking about regularly. We mean regularly. You eat a steak every day. You eat a sausage biscuit every day. You're eating, ribs every day. You're eating ham every day, so that your diet is constantly beef and pork and things that are harder to digest. That puts you at an increased risk. So those red meats and processed meats. If you are physically inactive. So in other words, that's another reason, and I could give a million reasons why working out is very good, necessary, just one of the best things you can do if you're trying to live a long, healthy life. And then one thing I want to touch on, because this is something that affects us and our culture for sure, having low vitamin D puts you at increased risk. So as a culture, we don't absorb, sunlight as well as other cultures do. And so we are known to have lower vitamin D, especially Black women, African-American women have low vitamin D. There's so many different things that when you have low vitamin D that you put yourself at risk for. And this is yet another one of those things. So you have more fractures, you're at risk for having, COVID-19, you're at risk for having sleep apnea, increased risk for different cancers. So know what your vitamin D level is. Make sure that you ask your physician that question. Let them check your level. If you're not having adequate vitamin D, make sure that you replace it. If they tell you, oh, you need to take this vitamin D, because some people are like, it's a vitamin, I don't need it. No, you need it. You can fall and have a simple fall that you normally would recover for and end up with a fracture if your vitamin D level is low. Wow. And let me just take one more page here. We talked about COVID-19. COVID-19 they've seen that people who have more complications with it, 40% of the people positive for COVID-19 have a low vitamin D.
Wow.
So that's another reason why we need to pay attention to it. You see?
Mm-hmm. I've been hearing a lot forever about vitamin C. Mm-hmm. People tell me, make sure you take what's that thing? Emerge C, mm-hmm. and all this kind of stuff. This is the first time I ever heard anyone say how important vitamin D is.
Right.
So can vitamin D be bought over the counter?
Yes, it can be, but talk to your doctor first.
Okay.
Get a level. Like in general, the over-the-counter version is not strong enough typically to cause an issue, but don't just blindly take it if you haven't spoken with a physician about it. If you have a history of low vitamin D, you're probably fine to take an over-the-counter level. I'm just saying, don't just pick up a bottle of vitamin D and start it without talking to your doctor, because a lot of the vitamin Ds need calcium with them, especially in thinking about osteoporosis and osteopenia, or weak bones or bone disease for women, most especially. So yes, vitamin D is necessary. We need to pay attention to it. Vitamin C is great, important for immunity. Zinc is great for immunity. Vitamin D is great for immunity. There are just so many other things that vitamin D is kind of connected to that are so important that can kind of sneak up on you, for lack of a better word. That's just why it's one of the vitamins I talk about as frequently as I do.
Wow, vitamin D. We got to jump on top of that one. Let's talk about sending our kids back to school.
Okay.
Let's start with daycare.
Okay.
We're looking at, we run a daycare center. My wife does.
Really? Okay.
Our church. We own a daycare center. Mm-hmm. So she hadn't opened. She's looking at possibly in December. Mm-hmm. And she's man. I mean, when I say working up on this thing and getting it prepared and what are some steps you could give us? Some advice you can give us for reopening a daycare center?
So the first thing that I would tell you is to make sure that you go to the CDC's website and download. They actually have a program specific or a protocol specific for reopening a daycare. And I would definitely follow each one of those protocols. I'm not sure how many, what most daycares are seeing is that they're not able to keep the same number of children that they were before, just because of the new guidelines and keeping it, in lieu of that. Now, most of the daycares are requiring or some of the schools rather, are requiring you to have a COVID test prior. That is something that you all have to decide for yourself if you want to do.
You mean the student themselves?
Correct. I'm not sure what age group her daycare is to know.
I think we're 6 weeks to 6 years, I think. Is that right? Do they start at 6 weeks or six? A baby comes in, I think 6 weeks. How long a mother gets off when she has a baby?
6 weeks.
That's what it is, 6 weeks. We
Okay.
started 6 weeks. A little bitty baby.
So, I mean, to be honest, I would not recommend a 6-week-old going to a daycare.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Wow.
Not right now. Not at 6. Not at 6.
Angela says 6 weeks to 5 years old.
Okay. So the thing about it is, it's so interesting that the toddlers can, follow instructions. So it's going to be easier for probably the 4 and 5 year olds. You can institute things like, putting their desk apart but you may have to hire more workers to help you keep those guidelines in place. That probably is going to be the thing that helps you the most. The 4-year-olds and the 5-year-olds, all you got to do is make it a game or make it something fun or come up with some kind of game or song that talks about them having to wear their mask and making a little game of it. My niece is 4 years old and she is going to daycare in Atlanta, and they have masks that specifically has each child's name on their mask so that, it's kind of like a fun thing for the child. So that seems to be going great with them, but those are the measures that they took. Now, what you're going to do with 2-year-olds, I don't know. There's no guidance I can provide other than what they are stating on the CDC website, because with a 2-year-old, that means you're going to have one. Either you're going to have to limit the number of that age group that you take in, or hire more people so that you have one person that can keep up with them.
Right. That's what
that's going to be very challenging, because a 6-month-old baby or 9-month-old baby, you put them in their crib, you put the other person in their crib, having them separated. That's one thing. But when you deal with a 2-year-old that's running around everywhere, and then are they going to keep a mask on?
I very, very rarely ever visited that center. I probably won't ever visit at this point. But Angela, she's so anointed for children. She loves children. She kept a great center. Yeah, she kept a great center. People at the place that check out daycares had kids now daycare. So that's going to be she's looking at December.
Okay.
But I know you got to run.
Wise that she's waiting until December. I think that's wise.
Why do you say it's wise?
Well, because flu season typically starts in October, which, let me make sure I say this. So everyone should get their flu shot next month, into September, or by October. By October, end of October, everyone should have a flu shot, right?
How long is that needle?
Oh, I don't know how long the needle is. I don't give the shots, and I don't look at them. It's not that bad though. It's a little big one. It's not as big as the shots that you get when you're sick, like a steroid.
Okay, I might can handle that then.
Right. It's not that bad. But you just take Tylenol on the day that you get the flu vaccine, and that helps to alleviate most of those symptoms that make you feel kind of yucky, like, I feel like I have a cold.
Well, take some Tylenol that day.
Correct. That day and the next day.
So the day and the day after.
Yes.
Every 4 days, maybe.
I would. You could take a dose that morning, that evening, and then one the next morning, and you'll be good.
Every 8 hours. Oh man, I'm on that.
Yeah.
I am allergic to being sick, and I'm allergic to pain. I've been blessed. I've been injured, but I hardly ever be sick. Hardly ever. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. So, man, I know you got to run. Let me ask this question, because you told me you got to go at 8:45. I got you 2 minutes. So I'm about to let you go. Okay. Can you talk to me about weight loss? All of us around here, we picked up what we call the COVID-19 weight gain.
Right.
What is there anything on the market that can be taken Anything out there to help promote weight loss other than along with an exercise regimen that you recommend?
There's not a specific product that I use and or that I recommend other than you adjusting your diet and exercise. There are people that have products that are out there. There's no one that has a product that I use or I'm using at this point. So I'm not the weight loss expert.
Well, I got you. I've been walking. I've been doing. When I go out there, I walk about 6 miles at a time.
Good, very good. Please
I need to be regular.
That now I will say this for everyone listening, because I know that it's starting to get cool, and this is why I was saying for Mrs. McClure that it's great that she waited until December, because flu season typically starts in October, so she'll at least have an idea about what kind of flu season we're going to have. Last year it wasn't that bad at all, so she'll have that idea before she opens up and sees what's going to happen with COVID over the next few months. In that same vein, it's going to get cold outside soon. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Last year wasn't that bad either, but it's very important that everyone continues to remain active and that you work out. A lot of the patients that I'm seeing, especially in a situation where you have a patient in a household where one person's positive for COVID, but someone else is negative, right? The patients that have had contact that I'm seeing that have had contact with people that are positive that are getting by narrowly and not getting COVID are people, they typically are exercising, they're drinking plenty of water, and they're working out. Wow. All of those things help to boost your immune system. So I encourage all of you to somehow make that a part of your regimen, whatever way you have to do it. I know my workout regimen is very off right now. I work out on the weekends more than I do during the week because of the way that my schedule has to be kind of twisted, and because I don't want to go to a gym and work out with a bunch of people.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Celeste. Yeah. We love you, the McClure family. We are enamored with you. I promise you, man. You are our favorite doctor.
I love you guys too. I love you guys too.
Before you go, I'm about to let you go, but I got a surprise.
Okay.
I didn't know this was going to happen.
Okay.
But my son just popped in.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to bring him in and let him say hello to you before he go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to well-renowned PMJ.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
What's up, man? You don't surprise your dad.
Hey, I just saw you on here. I said, let me see if that link still works. So let me see if it still works.
Have you met Dr. Celeste?
Hey, Dr. Celeste, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your prayers and your support.
In Birmingham.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Dr. Celeste, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Give me 90 days, I'll be having you back.
Okay, bye-bye.
I don't know if I'm going to wait that long, but you'll be back.
Okay.
Love you, sis. Hey, man, what's going on, Pastor?
Hey, what's up now?
Somebody, wait a minute, let me throw this up there. What did she say?
2 times.
Mate, man, I saw baby. What we looking at a dove, man?
Yes, sir. We nominated for a Dove Award. So
it is official. You are nominated.
Yes, sir.
Wow. When will that happen?
I have to check the dates. I'm not sure on the dates just yet, but I think it's sometime in October. Man, that beard found you, boy. That beard look good, man. Well, you know, it's a stellar beard. So tell the world right now, what's going on in your life, man? What are you doing now? What are you doing, man?
I was currently upstairs watching Black Panther with the boys. Just spending some time. I thought it was a stellar movie. We just spending time, just had dinner. I think she cooked some rib tips, some stellar macaroni and cheese, some just drinking some stellar Kool-Aid. Man, God just up to some stellar things, man. Afterwards, I may take a shower using Dove.
Hey, man. Hey, audience, I'm sorry, y'all, but this is my heart. Hey, man, if we weren't live, y'all know what I'd say this is, man. That's some stellar water you drinking.
Just some stellar water, man. You know, God is just a stellar God, man. He just does some incredible things.
When they called your name, how did it feel?
it was weird. It was an overwhelming feeling. At the same time, it was surreal. I don't think it's set in just yet. You know, because I went back last night and watched the video of them calling our name, everybody screaming and shouting. You know, it was just a overwhelming sense of it worked. You know, like like when I never forget when you I told you I wanted to do music. You went to the, if I'm not mistaken, you went to a pawn shop and bought me some drums.
Your first set.
Your first set of drums, and then we had this huge mixing. If you can remember, we had this huge mixing board downstairs in the basement. You know, and then you know, it was a culmination of moments, man. It made me think about when I called and told you God told me to come home from college. You know, that God, that no broken promises. He promises. He always keeps his word. So it was just an incredible feeling. Excited. You know, I got to do it with everybody that I love. So I don't know. I'm still processing. I think it's gonna take me a minute to process it all. You know, so to process it all. But I'm excited.
You know, folk don't understand how your mom and I are your parents, but we actually are proud to say that we are fans. We're fans, man, and we really appreciate your offering to the world.
I receive that.
Yeah, we really appreciate your offering to the world. We've always, where did that boy go? What did he do?
I'm here.
What did you do?
I'm here.
Yeah, we really appreciate your offering to the world. And man, it's so amazing to see these things coming. Now, we're not surprised.
Yeah.
We're not surprised. We this been prophesied.
Yeah.
We knew it would happen. But man, it is amazing. Where you think the next step is for your music ministry, other than the Dove? In the projects you could tell us about?
See, here's the thing, and if I can encourage anybody, if you get ready, if you always ready, you'll never have to get ready.
Right.
So right now, literally, we got albums upon albums that's done and ready. We got an entire Rock City worship album that we never released. I'm in the studio now. On my computer, I probably got 50 or 60 songs. You know, so we just got a lot of stuff we're doing right now. I'm understanding a lot more about the music business. Big went #1 for 10 weeks, so we were excited about that. So we were on to the next single, I Got It. But after the award show, so many people were downloading and streaming. I think we have 3 versions of Big. We have the original version, the extended version, and the award show version, and the live version from the the iHeart mix. All 4 of them were in the top 100 at the same time last week, coming on BET. So that means that many people were Shazamming it and streaming it and trying to play it, man. So we're just learning how to work music and stay focused. And I'm excited. I don't know. I got something I really want to do. I kind of now that a lot of eyes are on Birmingham for the music scene in a sense, I got a project I want to do where I bring a lot of our Birmingham artists together. That way we can kind of maximize this moment and let the whole world see how talented Birmingham is. So I got a couple of things. Yes, sir.
I would love to see a We Are the World type event. You know, We Are Birmingham type event. That would be crazy. Man, let me ask you this question. Here's a question everybody in the world wants to know. What was it like growing up under Mike and Ann McCLURE?
Oh, it was real stupid.
Say it again.
It was real stupid. see the worst part is when your mom is an intercessor, your daddy is a pastor and a police officer. What intelligence don't get, discernment do. So, man, but I think it was incredible, man. I think even like being a dad, you know, with the death of that beautiful black brother, Chadwick, you taught me moments. Like, I never forget that, waking up on Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, going to Etheridge Brothers right there in Green Acres, then going to the park right there in Green Acres playing basketball. You were good at creating moments. So I even try to do that, you know. I wasn't going to tell the boys he died, but of course they got cell phones, so they knew.
Bozeman, Chadwick Boseman.
Yes, sir. So they knew. So we sat there and we were watching Black Panther, and I got a chance to pause and then talk about certain quotes. I had about 6 quotes in the movie I really wanted them to see. So just creating moments. And I'll tell you, like, I think the biggest pressure I got as a parent is I don't want to be a part of my kids' testimony. Your mom was phenomenal to me, man. I had an incredible childhood. It was so incredible. I didn't even realize we were broke until I got older, you know?
Right.
Like I had a great childhood. I mean, even the drum set we got, I look back now, that was one of the raggediest drum sets I ever saw in my life. Like you're a horrible father. Like you're horrible. Like you working all them hours, and it was the only set. I look back now, I should have walked back in like, what's this? Like the symbol. You remember Mike, the symbol? Huh?
You don't get it. That drum set came from 3 different pawn shops.
Man, the cymbals were deformed. It was 2 different blacks. But I was down there beating the stink out them drums.
Hey, doing the Alabama and Auburn party, boy, you used to be beating them drums.
Man, I used to be playing the drums. But again, I think it speaks to you guys were visionaries, you know, even when it comes down to, like I was laughing the other day looking at this Stella Award, you know, that's you and Mama Award. You know, y'all let me sing. I didn't have to sing on the youth team. Y'all let me perform on the praise team. You set me up a mic right there next to Rick. Y'all allowed me to experience, like to grow in my gift. When it comes to D, you pushed him to go to Florida State. You know, when it comes to Leak, you're always pushing her to be what God called her to be. So I think growing up in the house was dope, man. I'm excited. And I think the best is yet to come.
I think so, man. I think you've done well, Mike. You, Darius, Angelique, made us really proud. Thank you for my daughter, Jaquita. Man, she's something amazing. And then my 5 grands, man. Oh, God. Now, they make a brother special. Yeah, my grandbabies make me special, man.
Yeah.
You know, you did Leak. Hey, take them, world. Lead them grandbabies to me. It's amazing. But, man, you have really done things around our city and around the world. And I won't do it. You know, you get on me all the time. Darius get on me. Angelique get on me. Dad, you tell them we don't be wanting you to talk about all that. So I'm trying to learn to be quiet. But I see so much. And the things I've done, you all do times 10. I've been a philanthropist in the hundreds and the thousands forever. I'm now being able to do things at the $1 million level. You started at the thousands and went to the $1 million level. Hey, T. Howard said, Mike, she said, stop being petty.
That's what we do though, man. Giving, like our goal, like my goal is I want when it's all said and done to be a $100 million giver.
Absolutely.
You know, when it comes to the worth of all the stuff we do, that's a goal I set for myself. You know, like we just bought about 50 or 60 Chromebooks to give to students. You know what I'm saying? We just paid off close to over $1.1 million worth of medical debt. It's a lot of stuff we're working on. You know, and I get, you know me, man, my whole heart from giving out money to the guys who will be standing outside the gas station in Kingston, to giving away stuff in college, man. That's my heart. And you know what I'm saying? I think that's what a good father does. He leaves a legacy.
That's right.
I think Birmingham sometimes doesn't appreciate who certain gifts and people are until in retrospect. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we will really understand how great certain people we have were. Like what Ruben Studdard accomplished was so incredible. You know, so incredible. A Sebastian Cole who's writing music for the rest of the world. A Snipe who's in LA on all of these major projects. You know, so we just got to make sure we preserve what it is God's called us to do and honor people while they're living, and don't wait till they die to say how much they mean to you.
Right. That giving thing, believe it or not, Mike, you've seen it all your life. It actually started from my viewpoint. It started with my mother. We were living in the Cottageville projects as a little boy, and believe it or not, it used to be a line outside our project door Monday through Friday.
Wow.
There would be a line outside my project door, back door. My mom would be handing out lunch for all our friends to go to school with.
Wow.
So we grew up seeing that, you know. So man, it's just amazing. I'm so proud. I'm glad to see you keeping it going. Eyes haven't seen, ears have not heard, and I need to have the end of the heart, the great things God has prepared for you, man. This is only the beginning. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna really get crazy, man.
Well, the first thing we can do is, I don't know where you are. I do know that's wherever that is behind you isn't real.
No, that's McCLURE. We've remodeled.
I'm not going to be able to continue this interview until you turn that off.
No. We remodeled.
I want to be very clear.
No, we remodeled.
If that doesn't come off the screen,
no,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna
put you in let me go to my living room.
No.
Let me go to my living room. Okay. Wait a minute. We're gonna go to my living room. Okay, so now I'm home. I'm at home. Is that better? Okay, so I'm at home now.
You mastered that, boy. It looked real.
Man, I love you, boy. You are a mess. Where's Darius?
I'm not sure. He's somewhere. I'm not sure.
Man, that dude preached for me this week, Mike. That young man is amazing.
Oh, yeah, he's incredible.
He's a problem.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, my God. Man, thank you so much for surprising me tonight.
I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed. Surprised I was upstairs praying, and Holy Spirit just came through on a text message. It'd be good if you surprise me at 8:45.
Hey, hold on. Holy Spirit came through the text message saying what?
It'd be good if you surprise me at 8:45. You told me to surprise you.
Well, hey, it still surprised me because you did it.
And then you said, I'm saying, oh man.
Well, you know, I come on live every Wednesday and Friday morning at 6 a.m. And Mike, this is how I come on every Wednesday, Friday. This is how I come on.
Don't do that. Don't play that.
I ain't gonna play my music. I'm gonna show you what I do when it go live.
Okay.
This is what I do. I say, "Good morning." Good morning. Oh man, yes, man, I love you, bud. You've been a great son. Your mother and I, what folks don't know, I'm gonna tell a little personal business. Your mother and I started dating, actually, or going together. We went old enough to date. Will you go with me, yes or no age? Mm-hmm. We've been together since the little note. Will you go with me, yes or no age? So 2 weeks after graduation, we're married. A year later, you're born. So I feel like we all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all grew up together. So I feel like I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed. I believe I have one of the greatest families in the world. Self-proclaimed first family of Birmingham, but that's all right. Ain't nobody else doing it, man. Who the competition with the whole family? The whole family? No, we got that one. We got that one. So hey, y'all can't stand. Y'all know how I am. I am superficial, man. But I love it. I love it, boy. Look at the camera, man. Tell the folks something they need to hear.
If you're watching right now, man, we just want to inspire you. I come from a family where literally, man, all we had was each other. A mom who loved God and would pray, but would also force me to hide mail from my father because she would not pay bills on time. So she would force me to get to the mailbox and say, your dad's on the way home, grab that mail and put it in my drawer. So for years, my mother forced me to hide mail. When the refund check used to come, she used to run, get it out the mail and have us spend it and don't even tell my dad about it. And because I was the oldest, she would look at me because I just got to get free tonight. I got to get free. Because I was the oldest. For years, my mother spent the refund check and wouldn't tell my dad until afterwards.
Woo, Jesus.
For years, she would do that, man. So again, if God can use a family like that, man, a family that hid mail and didn't pay bills, and my father would wake up in the middle of the night not to pray, but to shoot at rats that would eat into a rat ate his waterbed, and waterbed began to shoot in the air. So he pulled out his gun in the middle of the night and began to shoot at all of these different animals.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
You know, the crazy part is, Mike, it wouldn't be so funny if there wasn't some degree of truth.
Oh, that was all true. These ain't no lies now.
Yeah, these ain't no lies now. Your mom texted me, Doc, you in trouble.
Oh yeah, she hid that mail. She hid that mail frequently.
Mike, she hid that mail, boy.
She would tell us, when you get home, call me when you get in that house. We get in the house, hey, I'm here. Go to that mailbox. If you see anything from this right here, put it in leak drawer. I would hide mail for years. I never forget the week she whooped me. I left it out on the kitchen counter on purpose.
Oh, you left it out?
I left it on purpose.
Oh God. I remember Tupac. I'm like, baby, I need to ask you a question. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike, you shouldn't have started. Look at what she said.
Don't put my business in the street. I'm famous now. Don't put my business in the streets now.
Baby, do you want to come on and tell what that window's about? What is she talking about, Mike? What's she talking about?
Somebody may or may not have snuck out of a window one night.
Really?
I think it was D.
Oh my God. You think it was D? I remember that, boy. Boy, that was crazy, Mike. I never shall forget, man. Wait a minute. Oh God, man. Folk over here hollering, Mike. They hollering. We never forget that night, man. We woke up 4 days in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I'm walking through the house. I feel this air on the back of my head down in the basement. Go in your bathroom. You had your own private bedroom. Hey, that's about the days when we started doing good. We're coming up now. You had your own apartment downstairs.
It wasn't an apartment. It was a downstairs with a bedroom.
It was an apartment.
Always trying to hype something.
You had an apartment, baby. You had a bedroom. You had a bedroom, a bathroom, a TV room, a playroom.
There was a den, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom.
No, man, that was an apartment, man. That was a mother-in-law suite. We had it before they started doing it, man. Oh, whew. Mike, what was the first car you ever had?
Red truck.
What?
Remember, you lied to me. You took me to the dealership because I wanted that Maxima, and you told me we coming back to get it tomorrow. I went to school and told everybody I was getting that Maxima, and you selfishly bought yourself a Sequoia.
No, that's not true.
Then you handed me the keys to a red truck and told me, if you want to go see your girlfriend, figure out how to drive a stick.
I sent it to D already. Okay. Mike, they trying to set you up, man. I won't let them. I can't let them do it. You my boy. I can't let them do it. You know how this family messy, man.
Oh, yeah, they super messy.
So what the kids doing, Mike? No, your first vehicle was a red truck. It was my Toyota truck. I taught you to drive a stick in that truck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You be everywhere in that truck.
Yep. Then we had the 626.
The what?
The 626. The Mazda 626.
That was your car?
It was a white one. Yep.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember it. White 626 with black tint.
No, you had the Mustang.
No, that was in college. I had a 626. Remember, I put hubcaps on it. I went to hubcap heaven, put them hubcaps on it.
Oh, 626.
Yeah.
I remember the Mustang. What?
That was when we were older.
Whatever happened to the Mustang?
I gave it away.
Sure did.
I gave it away. I gave it away.
What?
I sold a car to somebody. It wasn't even mine.
No, dude. Oh, Angela said a Mazda got destroyed. What is First Lady trying to say?
I don't know. She just got issues.
Well, how was your mom growing up?
She was real good. She was I got the best mom in the world.
For real.
Well, she gonna make it happen.
Boy. Hey man, I loved what you said that night. You added a word during the stellar performance. You said, Mama, I made it.
Yeah.
Boy, that flipped the house.
Yeah.
That flipped the house. I'm telling you, man. That was amazing. That was simply amazing. How things going at the ministry?
Are people watching this? How many viewers watching this?
We had about 100 on this site, but I'm actually on YouTube also, and I'm on three sites from Facebook and YouTube.
I can't just be sitting here with you. Let me help you. Hold on right quick.
Yeah, let's do something. Blow them up.
Hold on, you struggling. Hold on right quick. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me bless you real quick. Hold on.
You gonna start a watch party?
No, just hold on. You got me missing time with the boys for you little 45 people, man.
Hey, I love those 45 people.
Hey, let me get you right. Let me get you right quick.
I love them 45 people.
Let's get this started right there.
I love them 45 people.
There you go. All right, let me know what it looked like.
Let me know what it look like.
There we go.
Liz Phillips said, blow it up.
There you go.
Look at Corshana. She tripping. Let me see what happened. Let's see. 119. 142. 142. 143. Let's see what happened.
Hey, everybody. I'm live with my dad. Do me a favor. Share this right now.
176.
Come on, guys. Welcome. You get an exclusive behind-the-scenes interview. Me, my dad. Let's get about 300 people in the room.
195.
195.
Wait a minute. Mike, guess what? DJ popped on. DJ popped on. What up, D-Mac?
What's up?
197. The numbers have just doubled. We at 203.
Why he got that hat and that jacket on?
I don't know. What does the hat say?
He intentional about matching.
Say culture. I heard y'all talking about when Mike snuck out the window.
What? He said it was you, D.
I heard y'all was talking about when he snuck out the window and it was negative 20 degrees outside. And when he got back home after being gone for hours, he said, you asked, Mike, where you been? He said, I just been walking. Hey, you ain't say nothing, Dad. Here's what you did. It's negative 10 degrees outside. He has on a sleeveless minor high school football t-shirt. You didn't say nothing. You just went and put the back of your hand on his arm. You said it's negative 10 degrees outside, and you lukewarm. You lie. You lie. Where you been?
287.
I'll never forget, not just when he broke out the window. I was like, why did the Negro break the window from the angle he could have walked out the door?
Why did he break out of the house?
He broke the window to get out of the house. He broke the window to get out of the house.
He broke out the house.
He broke out the house.
I panicked.
Man, listen.
D, when I went to where he was, I knock on the door, a person comes to the door. Hair fixed, make.
Hey, Daddy, you remember that time when we had got in KA and somebody decided to lead a frat and Mike was the president, so he had to set the tempo, the standard for what was going on.
Lord.
And so like they called you over and you was like, Mike, tell him he gonna be all right. Let him know he gonna be all right. Mike looked at you and told us so. Gotta be loyal.
This for
Gotta
life.
be loyal.
This for life.
He said, what? This for life. This for life.
Mike, D, I was going to choke him in the living room. I was going to choke him. I swear. Hey,
I was impressed. I was impressed.
The next couple of nights we at Minor High School, he gonna flip off at his mom in front of the same group. She holler up and hit him in the mouth. Bam! He gonna look at your mama and mouth. Oh, it's like that.
But so, you don't hit me though.
What? Oh my God, D, what you were doing, man? Mike, we're at 361. Get me to 500.
Get you to 500.
Get them numbers to 500. You at 348.
What you want me? I got you to 348. What more?
Did you?
Give me the 5.
Does everybody know that that's actually PMJ singing on your intro?
Nobody knows that.
Show?
Nobody knows.
Actually know like that's him, like his first EP.
That's
Welcome
like
to
the
Mike McClure show.
What is he like? 16, 17?
No, I was in college when that came out.
I'm in college. Yeah, I'm in college with that one.
For real?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I saw on Facebook you saw Jamil got engaged.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where Angelique at? Somebody get Angelique.
Come on, man. Like you asked me to surprise you. Asked me to surprise you and come on here for a quick 10 minutes. It done turned into a whole interview, a trip down memory lane. Get your followers up. In a minute, he gonna ask me to do the faith seed.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you for that faith seed. You know,
like, what more do you want? D, he gonna hit me up, tell some, hey, around 8:45, surprise me and call in. I'm gonna be surprised. I'm like, what? D, I'm watching Black Panther. I'm like, what?
Hey, I was watching the Black Panther too.
Mike, we have 4:30. We have 4:30.
Surprise me and call in for me. If you don't just surprise me. So then I said, for D, so I call in. He say, you won't believe this. My son. And I'm sitting here like, what? What?
He probably gave you a dope intro too. Two times.
Hey, it's TV, Mike. It's television. That's what you do on television.
D. Then they text in the family group me. Where D at? Let's get D on here.
Right.
Then he gets on here and says, oh. Here comes D. Here comes D.
They ain't just texting the family group text. Mama called me. What you doing? I'm like, what is going on? You gotta get on the show.
Oh, man.
What?
Hey, look, wait a minute. Look who on, y'all. Mike, check this out. You're gonna like this one. Bam.
Hey, congratulations. DeWanna just spoke in DC on the March on Washington. She did a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal.
Congratulations, DeWanna.
Yep. She ain't no joke, man. Birmingham's on. Birmingham's on, man.
She's the truth. She killed it too.
Oh, yeah, she did that.
All right, guys. So what we got?
Well, I just appreciate y'all, man. Some big things happening all this week. My mother and I, we're excited about that. We're excited about a lot that's going on all over the family, all over the different ministries, and we're just excited. Mike, we're at 497, by the way. God is doing some 502. Let's go, PMJ.
Just broke the
to everybody watching right now, I want to say thank you, man. My father does not know what it's like to experience numbers like this. You know, man, he kind of hangs around the 150-ish mark. For him to get 500 people on his show is monumental. I want to say thank you to everyone. Look at him, man. He can't stop smiling. By the end of this week, he gonna tell all his friends, "Oh, we did about 2,500."
Oh yeah,
about 2,500. About 2,500. To all of the new followers, I want to let you in on a secret. That is not his house. That is a green screen.
No,
that is not his house.
I can go play that piano now.
Integrity demands you cut that off.
I bet you won't put the camera on the other side of the room.
I guarantee I will.
Do it. Let us see the rest of the room.
I guarantee I can. Man, I ain't gonna play.
We want to see the full room. Come on, Kingmaker.
Come on, King. Hey, what about I win a Stella? I win the Stella. He make a flyer saying in small words, "Congratulations, Pastor Mike Jr." Big words, Kingmaker.
Kingmaker.
So basically, D, look, this is what the flyer says. Thank you for winning. This proves I knew what I was doing.
That's right.
This proves. Let me let everybody in on a secret. All right, so when they announced that we're at the house and they watching the Stellas, they said, and the winner is Pastor Mike Jr. Everybody starts screaming. If you go watch the video, my dad is leaning on the TV like this.
Yep.
It's not because he's excited. He was having some type of anxiety attack, thought he was having a heart attack, but he didn't want to die during the moment. He passed out. Oh my God!
I said, Lord, I can't ruin this evening. I can't ruin it. Can't ruin it.
Hey, but he walked outside. It's like it wasn't a look of excitement. It was a look of concern. I was like, what the heck is going on? And I looked at him and I went right back to celebrate.
Hey, now this is the thing about our family that I do love. Who's ever winning, it's all about them.
Yeah.
So like when D was at Florida State, and that was the talk about of the state, of the city, of the family.
Yeah.
We're at Florida State and D is playing in a big game. Angelique is cheering at Stillman. All right. So you got Florida State, and I got D who's playing at Florida State, Leak who's cheering at Stillman. We are in the stands. The game is tight. My mom's phone rings and it says, Leak just got hurt cheering. Call 911. My mom runs out. My dad runs out. They come back to the stands and say, Mike, Leak got hurt. I looked at my mom. I looked at D. I thought about Leak and I said, oh. It wasn't about Leak. She'll be all right.
She gonna be all right.
She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right.
I mean, that's a true story, though.
Then she wasn't even hurt that bad.
Oh my goodness.
Like she sprained an ankle.
I think that's when her elbow was just slipping in and out.
No, that was Mike had them slipping in our shoulders.
So Leak had the elbows. Her elbows.
Leak elbow used to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was double jointed.
Double jointed.
I don't know why that's so.
I would pay any amount of money to see you do a behind the scenes of what that studio looks like right now.
This is not. This is my home.
That's a green screen.
Wait a minute. Bam!
What we not gonna do?
What's up, Lee? Amari?
Mike. What we not gonna do is what, Lee? Where did she go?
All that and she gone. She
All
probably
that
have
and
good
she gone.
internet.
Yeah, her Wi-Fi not good.
Man, oh, say her Wi-Fi not good.
Mike's lighting is impeccable. Could you give us a tutorial on how we can get that type of light, Doc?
Well, number one, you cut your light. I cut my lights off, and,
Okay.
I just focus on the ring in the center.
Okay. Look, I'm doing the most around here.
What?
Y'all want to see my light setup?
What he doing?
He went too strong. Let me see if you know what. Maybe that's. I ain't gonna even play with it. I be done messed up my setup.
Boy,
I don't know where the camera is. All right, dog. We done got you to your 500.
Hey, Mike, somebody named Romeo Ross said Angelique got 2G.
Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Romel, if you don't get your 5 head off my sister, boy, long head, boy, if you don't get that, you got to dial up edge up, boy.
Hey, his head look like when you bite a Twix and just leave the rest just sitting there.
That boy head look like this. Better get off my sister, boy.
Oh my God! His head look like he ain't think about it. He ain't with it. He ain't giving no thought.
Oh man.
Oh.
No, she got horrible internet.
Oh God. All right, man. Boy, I love y'all, man. I love you guys so much, man.
All right, love you too, man.
Love you too.
Record breaking show for you, man.
Record breaking. This got to be my second largest crowd.
I'll pay money for 2 things.
What's that?
I'll pay money for you to cut that green screen off and for D to zip that jacket down. I'm positive he'll. He got a shirt on. Whoa, look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt.
For real, hey, for real, Mike. I'm still at the sanctuary. I'm at church for real.
No, you're not. That's a green screen.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna cut it off.
Prove it. Prove it.
I'm really at church.
Oh, he at the church. Okay. Okay. Come on, girls.
Oh. You gotta be glad I drive to his house.
That's another green screen. Hold on,
D.
that's another background.
D, I
That
just
is
drive
another
around
background.
there. All right, man.
He out here.
You gotta be ready, Reverend. You gotta be ready.
Brooke, say hey.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Brooke.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, man.
Where your numbers at now?
573, Reverend.
Ooh, he
Wow.
almost pushing 6.
Boy,
Wow.
I was at 101 when he came on, D.
That's too much power for one man to have. D, he couldn't have his power. He'll be going live for no reason.
Right,
Hey, I love
exactly.
Hey, I love my father. That's all I got to say. Ching, ching. I love mine.
D, let me get off or he get me in trouble.
Right.
D, everybody in the city can do something. Once I do it, it's go viral. So
Right.
let me get off.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all.
Ebony R. here said, go move the R letter to prove you at the church. Nobody want to believe I am. Now, that's my number, D. Oh, my God. I don't know what happened to Angelique. That 2G went out. Mike, that's your boy Curtis Fried on there.
What'd he say?
I'm on your live every day. You say you be on my live every day.
Yeah, Kurt, love you.
That's my guy. John Cobb, what's up?
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Since we got everybody here, we finna play a game. I'm gonna give you a word. You got 30 seconds to preach that word.
My God.
I'm finna give both of y'all a word.
Okay.
You got 30 seconds to preach that word. You ready, D?
Yeah.
Award.
Award. Award. So the text says that Jesus had 3 people. He gave them different talents. One he gave 4, another he gave 2, another he gave 1. The one he gave 4 brought back 8. I'm paraphrasing. I might be off. The one he gave 2 brought back 4.
You lying.
The one he gave 1 buried his talent. Right? He looks at the one that brought back 1 and says, what did you do with what I gave you? Because he sees no return on what he was trusted with. He looks at him and calls him wicked. He did not call him wicked for being immoral. He called him wicked for being unfaithful. And many times we judge people based off of their immoral behavior, when sometimes somebody said, I'm pissing weak. My God. You got to be preaching. Why you put these crazy lower thirds up, Doc? I don't even feel right talking. With that on the screen.
D, he panicking.
No,
Too many comments for him. D, like,
no. They going so fast. I clicked on another one, but by the time it clicked, that one popped up.
He not used to all these comments coming in this fast. He's panicking.
Hey, he put inappropriate stuff up while I'm talking. I'm like, nah, that's not gonna look right. Give me another word. I don't that award word, it wasn't working for me. Daddy, you take award.
Go.
All right.
Let's go, Bishop.
The Bible says,
all right.
Oh Lord, in 9 Mark 54. Jesus said, I don't know nothing about no award. Give me another word. That word ain't even in the Bible.
I can give you one.
What?
You can do the tribe of the Levites.
He always got to go deep. Well,
Now, how everybody, all the other tribes got land, they got God. He said, I'm your reward. Don't make me preach it.
But it's a difference between a reward and an award.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
An award?
Yeah.
An award is for something that's happened presently.
Okay.
A reward is for that which has already transpired. Talk to me again. I'm a word for baby.
That was good.
There's a story of a man who had 2 sons. And he spoke to these 2 sons and said, I am giving you all that I have. Go out, rule, dominate, win. One son went on to be a pastor. The other son went on to be a pastor. And one of those sons came back and told the father, I am positive that that projection behind you is not real. D, he was waiting on the message, wasn't he?
Oh my God.
It was the purposeful voice inflection that got me.
647.
I am positive.
Hey, Carmen.
Oh my God.
All right, I got a word. I got a word.
John, what's up, brother?
I got a word for you, PMJ.
Go ahead, D.
All right, what's my word?
Your word is, are you ready? All right. Your word is different.
There was a man in the Bible who the Bible says he had a different spirit. So much so that you have to understand that when it is you desire to make a difference, you have to be comfortable being different. That's it. That's it. It don't take long. It don't take long. Like
you left us hanging, Doc. We want some more.
That's the whole message. If you want to make a difference, the Bible is filled with people who we can categorize by one word: different. The Bible in itself is a book like none other. While it is other books can inform, this book can transform because it's different.
Yes, sir.
In the book of Genesis, we meet this superior being who steps into nothing and says, I want it to be different. So for 6 days, he began building this place. And on the 6th day, he made this man. On the 7th day, he rested because everything was finally different.
Oh, woo! It was going somewhere.
Hey, he had me though.
It didn't land.
See, in preaching, that's what you taught us. It's all about, like, part of, I never forget, I studied you to the point that your preaching was very revelatory. You were a wordsmith, but also it leaned heavy to me on Steve Harvey too. The comedian side. And the thing about comedians, they always bring the joke back to the one. A lot of preachers can't kind of communicate because we lose track of where they are. So just bringing it back. So when we tiptoe into the corridors of today's text, we meet a man who's different. For the Bible says that an angel came to his mother and said, you are pregnant, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor. But from the inception, everything about him was different.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna allow you to possess an earthly father. I'm gonna allow your mother to be impregnated by the Holy Spirit because I need to ensure that you're different.
That's so good.
I'm not gonna allow you to be born in a normal situation, but I'm gonna let you be born in a barn because I need everything about you getting here to be different. I'm not going to allow your family to surround you and say, what a beautiful baby, but surrounded by animals. And 3 wise men going to come to you and bear gifts because you are different. So it's that ability to keep tying and drilling home what you do. Yep.
And most people miss God because they are so busy trying to fit in when God often created you to stand out.
That's what Michael Eric Dyson calls anesthetizing conformity.
My God.
Anesthetizing conformity. Anesthesia, you're so busy trying to fit in. My God. Yeah. You forgot God called you to
stand out.
Yeah. Jesus said you are the salt of the earth, the light of the world. Light cannot fit in with darkness. Salt.
Look at Tiffany Samuels trying to jump in there and preach.
All right, gotta throw a word out.
Father. I like the word father from the days of
potter, from the Greek word potter, where you get paternity, which is the pattern. We heard that 75 times.
He about to say ish.
I got a new one. I got the ish. No, not that.
Potter, where we get our American word paternity, where we get pattern.
No, not that one. Not that one. I got one more to add to that one.
What?
Okay. I go back further into the annals of antiquities.
Okay.
Well, from the word father comes from the word that means he who decides. Okay. See, you all are who you are today because I made a decision. I could have ran out on you and you became nobody, but I made a decision. Okay. Could have allowed you to stay mediocre and not become anything, but I made a decision.
Can you decide to change that background?
I made that decision.
Mom, if you're listening, Mom, $200 if you go ruin that background.
Pull the green screen.
Mom, down. I will cash app you tonight if you go in there right now and push that back.
You know what? I better lock these doors. I'm at church. I'm in the sanctuary.
I will cash app you right now, Mom.
I'm in the sanctuary.
Okay.
All right. We'll see.
No.
We'll see.
What your numbers look like now?
686.
Jesus Christ.
That's amazing.
We're pushing 7.
Pushing 7. If it makes sense, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We mess around hit $1,000 tonight, and I'm going to sow into somebody $1,000.
I mean 1,000 followers?
I mean 1,000 followers.
I mean 1,000 views?
Yeah. On that screen. In the next. But they got to do it before 9:45.
Okay. I don't even have my watch on the look.
It's 9:40. Hey, somebody said D the hype man. Hey, I love that word, Father. Y'all know that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you was about to work them.
Oh, man.
That pattern.
Oh, when I go to that pattern and paternity.
I think you should do another word because that was just.
I'll be right back, fellas. I'll be right back.
He wanted to put his billboard on the screen.
You know, hey, everybody, that wall.
That's subliminal stuff.
Yeah, that wall you see that's blue and gold with the billboard sign. That wall was just painted this week. It has not been. D-Mac, what's up, baby?
Not much, man.
What's going on with you?
Just got me a butter cake.
Oh, wow.
From the restaurant up the street?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Me and Britt killed it.
Oh. Hey, guys, one of the traditions we have in our family, we go to a certain restaurant and eat. They sell this butter cake. We buy 2 and put them in rotation. And when it come around, when the plate come around, you got your spoon, you get yours and pass it on around.
That ain't no tradition. I ain't never did that. I ain't never did that. Don't be lying on this live. That's you and Mama like that. Ain't D. I'm sitting like, what? I ain't never passed around no butter cake.
What the hell did that happen?
I'm like, what is he talking about? I ain't never passed around no butter cake.
Hey, y'all. That's a tradition.
No, it's not.
Everybody come ahead.
It's not a tradition.
D, you know it's a tradition because I get mad at you every time for eating them all.
It's not a tradition. Okay.
Yeah.
He's always trying to make himself seem like he got so many family traditions.
Why it got to be about me? I didn't start it.
I'm just glad I'm glad we got to celebrate the Stellas at home, so you didn't do nothing stupid on live TV. D, because I'm positive he would have walked up.
He would have Kanye Wested. He would have Kanye Wested you.
He would have Kanye West. D, we at the Boutwell. This is the first time I go to the Boutwell. It's jam-packed, 5,000 people. Out of nowhere, I got a microphone on that I got my headset mic on.
He started talking to
He jumps over the rail, walks up to me, grabs my face, and talks directly to, and this building that is the Boutwell will now be known as Rockwell. I'm Mike McCLURE, and I'll prove this message.
Hey, I told him, I sure did. Hey, I told him in a city that used to be called Birmingham shall now be called Birmingham, because we've been to birth some miracles up in this baby.
That's
hey,
right.
Wait a minute. In the new words, am I lying? Am I lying?
Oh man,
that was great.
Leon Dow, what's up?
Who?
A boy I went to school with. I saw him, Leon Dow. Oh, somebody, hey Mike, somebody put it on there, Rockwell. 768.
768 people.
791.
Wow.
791. 813. I don't know what he went and did, D. I don't know what he went and did. He went and did something. I don't know. How do you put that off for real? Let me see something.
Hey, Mike, I bet you won't play that remix.
Hey, Mike, that's where I'm at for real, y'all, right there.
There you go.
There you go.
Truth.
Tell the truth, brother. Tell the truth.
That's where I'm at.
Hey, Mike, let the world hear that whatchamacallit joint.
Which one?
The one you was playing at Stella's night.
And the winner is free. Pastor Mike Jr.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
I can't let him hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Could you hear it good?
Yes.
Sounded pretty good.
Exclusive music.
I'm trying to find this joint.
Well, all right, guys. Look, did you get it?
It's 9:45. Somebody missing out on their blessing.
They missed that one.
Oh wow.
Boy, I gotta go. I appreciate y'all coming on and make.
No, you can't get out of here. No, you told these people to get to 1,000. Don't be trying to run out.
The time
I bet you won't say it. He's trying to run.
He's trying to get out.
He's trying to run.
They missed the time.
He tried to run.
They missed the time.
No, they did.
Yeah, they did. It's 7:45. I said about 7:45. I knew better than to say 8 o'clock because y'all were gonna make it happen.
My alarm going off.
Somebody said we got till 10. No. Oh God. Somebody want to know, Micah Stuckey want to know, Pastor Mike, when you coming to Cincinnati? Somebody else want to know, how do you change your background in the middle of a stream?
Man, listen, if nobody was prepared for this, you were.
Yes, sir.
That world, you was already World Church, Doc.
Man, I was doing it.
How many people on here now?
766.
Oh, so you lost 200 people that quick.
Yeah, when they found out their time was up, it never did get denied. This how it's just been right here.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said, come to VAAAA.
Oh, let me know. But that price has went up. It's just I would love to come. It's 2 times.
Tell them you'll come for free, but that shipping and handling is something else.
The shipping and handling gonna cost you.
Vanessa Porter said, come to Houston.
Oh yeah, I should be in Houston soon. With James. I'm going to the turkey leg hut, I think, or something we got going on.
Oh man, that joint, they food looks so good on.
It's just, I would love. What do you got going on?
Who was that? That was Darius. Hey, Mike, I saw a thing tonight, man, about to hurt y'all. Y'all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Mike, they say play that song again.
Who said that?
To Kill a King.
Come to Chicago.
We didn't get far, we took on halfway, slowing down. I'm just a kid from the hill, got you showing out. We made it. Blessings be doubling down, yeah, you know I'm a cup, yeah, it's full to the max.
Hey.
Keeping it on, my baby keep growing, I'm telling the truth, ain't no cap. The devil keep talking, I heard all my haters, we pay no attention to that. Joy that I have, the one that I give it, and no, I ain't giving it back. When I pull up the Rock City this Sunday, I'm like,
when I pull up to Rock City this summer, I might take a victory lap. Yeah.
Woo! Please don't play that little boy in the club. You know we don't listen to rats.
Well,
I'm
all right,
singing the
y'all.
real version. My bad. Leak told me about that version.
Well, let me go. I've been doing good. You know, the city get mad at me every 6 months, so I've been doing real well. So I just want to stay there. I just want to stay in everybody's good graces. Hey, Dad, I ain't had to come lay up. You ain't had to just randomly stop by my house. You all right?
That'd be some of the roughest days of my life. I'd be gonna choke somebody.
Oh my God, it'd be rough. All right, guys, I'm gonna do what the devil will never do for you.
Leave you alone.
Leave you alone.
Leave you alone.
Everybody said a song is fire, Mike.
Thank you so much. We got a lot of music. I can make an exclusive announcement on it. I ain't told nobody. That'd be good for your show, won't it?
Yeah, make it now.
Nah, I'm gonna save it.
No, don't save it, Doc.
I'm gonna save it.
Listen, the Mike McClure show is about to go to another level.
Hey man, somebody make who's y'all barber, because all y'all lines clean.
Who said that?
It was not so bad. What did this boy say? This boy said, all 3 McClure pastors, please tell people to register to vote and apply for absentee vote application. Everybody, please get out and vote. Please.
And be sure to fill out and complete the census too.
And complete that census. Thank you, Traveler Shoes. My good friend Harry W. Turner. Everybody, please get out and vote. Don't miss it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
It's not even touching the floor.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Let's make it happen.
Hey, I gotta go, man. We trying to potty train Miles, and he just
Let's go, Miles.
It ain't good.
They say you play too much, PMJ.
What'd I do?
Said you're gonna make an announcement exclusive and didn't do it. Oh man. Boy, I wanted to bless somebody with $1,000.
Who did that?
I'm the hype man. I got you.
take a victory lap, yeah. It was big, that's a fact, yeah. Kenny, you know you did that. No broken promise, I promise, be honest, and I'm an example of that, yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm getting text messages now from people saying keep playing it.
Man, we got somebody just text me and said Kirk Franklin is watching.
Kirk Franklin is not watching this.
I don't even know who this is.
That's a leak.
Is it?
Somebody said Kirk Franklin watching. Kirk Franklin is not watching this. You know I can text him.
Who's that laughing? Mike, where the hell come from?
Shout out to Pastor 83. He's watching.
Dr. AD. Hey, man, tell AD, Mike, send AD the plug. Let him come in.
That might be too much oil for him. All right, I got to go before I get embarrassed and she come down here fussing at me live on the Mike McClure show.
Okay, PMJ, do you need a flutist?
Do I need a who?
A flutist.
Okay.
Somebody want to know, do you need a flutist?
I don't know. I would love to explore it.
Did you hear that, ma'am? He would love to explore it. Baton Rouge, Louisiana calling for you. Somebody said, Mike, wait a minute. Oh, I'm going to post that one. Somebody knew how to get posted. They knew how to get posted. There you go, Shayla Harris. What is he doing?
I'm going to save my announcement for next week, probably.
Doc! The people want to hear this announcement, Doc.
People want to hear it, Mike.
It's just too powerful. I don't want to overshadow so much of the success you're having tonight on this show.
Hey, y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this one. Check that out.
McClure, Deacon Melvin.
Hey, man, there go Turtles. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Somebody just told me to come back to Fairfield.
Didn't they just get a new mayor? Did they get a new mayor?
No, they got they reelected the same one.
Oh, really? May?
No, God, I can't remember his name right now. Penny.
Somebody said Darius McClure on the ones and twos.
All right, y'all. I'm positive I'm in trouble.
Man, hey, Mike, play something that you never released that the people will enjoy.
I got a good one. How much time y'all got? All right, here you go right here.
Give me one more.
Give me one more. That's right. Ignorant. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I got a busy day tomorrow. Hey, D.
Yeah.
Hit me up. I got some news, man.
Okay.
Everything fell in place.
Okay.
All right, love y'all.
All right, maybe too.
We out of here. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming on tonight. It's been I'm froze up. Why am I froze? Okay, I'm back. Thank everybody for watching with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed Pastor Mike Sr., Pastor Mike Jr., and Pastor D. We had a great time, man. Earlier, we had Dr. Celeste on. She left us some great information. Listen, go back and see what Dr. Celeste had to say. Very serious talk about this coronavirus, about the flu season approaching, and all these great things. You don't want to miss that. Hey, I love you all. I thank God for you, man. Come back and see us. I promise you, you'll be glad you did. You will be glad you did. I'm Mike McClure, and I approve this message. Peace.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege, the honor to bring to you something special tonight. It's my honor to introduce. Come on.
93, a seed was planted in me. From then on, all I could do was sing.
Come on.
Now it's time for the world to hear me.
Get your hands up.
The message of love, joy, and peace I bring. I've been patiently waiting on my chance to blow.
On my chance to blow.
Think it's about time that I let
Put your
you
hands
know.
up. Put your hands up.
Truth about my God and the love He shows. The secrets to life I know so. Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
I introduce to you.
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Get your hands up.
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Mike McClure. Come on.
2003, a word was spoken to me. That I would sing in the presence of kings. In the world see the God in me.
And me.
Then they'll love me for me. I've been patiently waiting on my chance to blow.
Walk side to side.
Think it's about time that I let you know.
Put your hands up.
Truth about my God and the love He shows.
Come on.
The secrets to life I know so. Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
I introduce to you
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Prince of the Revolution,
Welcome to the McCLURE Show.
Mike McClure. Come on.
You are welcome to